each other. We've all been some of these Zoom calls, and it's been carnage. So the aim of this one is we will learn what a great place ITT and TDU are, and specifically Buckingham Palace Road. It's a great place to work and to play. So I have some personal experience working with other Tier 1 contractors, and BPR is by best the far for set processes and also for the busy social calendar. The social aspect of ITT is second to none. So again, we're sharing the knowledge and building on the wealth of specialist expertise within ITT and TDU, and it's helping to advertise what we do and how great we are. So just a reminder that the ITT Engineers YouTube channel is there, up and running. The last 4 sessions are up there. This one will be up by close of play today. We're getting some good feedback for the sessions, and please help spread the word and gain exposure for ITT and what we do. We have a program to cover the next 10 weeks. We'd like some input from our TDU colleagues, so we have a couple of volunteers. We want to get them set up, and anyone else would like to volunteer to do a session, please get in touch. So after the technical ones of the last couple of weeks, this session is more personable, and it's a presentation delivered in 2 parts by our Greek ladies. So whilst working and professional success are very important, we all enjoy the stories behind the people that make ITT world class. So there will be a Kahoot quiz in this one. So if anyone doesn't have Kahoot, if you could download it onto your phone or laptop and familiarize yourself with Kahoot. We've had some good crack on these questionnaires and the interactive quizzes, and it's nice to see how competitive everyone is. So feedback. So again, we're getting any suggested content, any ideas we have to help knowledge sharing and how to use this forum better to increase collaboration across the wider business. Again, as I've said, the live link and YouTube link are up there, and they're on the invite. So now for the main event, ladies and gentlemen. Amanda has graduated with her master's in the UK. She worked in Cyprus for a consultancy firm for 5 years, installing sanitary sewers in Paphos. So I'm sure there was plenty of partying going on there too, as well as work. Amanda came to Balfour Beatty in 2013, and her first lead engineer was Rooney, who gave the last knowledge sharing session. So Amanda is an experienced drainage engineer and is integral to our works at London Underground. Amanda's support act, Katerina, is relatively new to the business. Amanda will tell you a bit more about her later in the presentation. Amanda's a great part of the team, both on and off the playing field. She's very good at organising some of the social events. I'd like to pass this over to Amanda.
Hello, everyone. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Amanda Theodorou. I joined a track partnership, the former integrated track team, in 2013. Originally, I was at the drainage team, and later on, I was moved to a ballasted track renewal team. Today, Katerina and I, we will talk to you about what it's like to work at the integrated track team. This is more of a personal presentation. We're not here to share any technical knowledge with you, but maybe to make you understand how we both feel about working for ITT. Me as someone who has been here years, and Katerina as a new starter. So I believe, especially in those not so easy days that we all go through, we should remind ourselves of the good things we do as a team, and also accept some praise just because we're good at what we do. So the agenda for today is separated in 3 sections. So the first section is my reasons why I enjoy working at ITT. Then Katerina will talk to you about her views as a new starter. And finally, I will talk to you about the things we are working to improve. So working at ITT, I will explain to you why what personal development means to me. So influencing projects. So the integrated track team project is one of the few places that I have worked where engineers have an actual influence on a job from the early stages of design all the way to handback. That teaches us ownership and motivates us. Then different kind of environment on each job. We do have patterns when we plan a job, but we're also working in the oldest underground system and the most narrow one to my experience. That means that we cannot always treat the sites the same way. To do that, we need to be able to understand all the constraints of a site in order to plan a job efficiently. Next one is autonomy over my responsibilities. So I am trusted to do my job and I don't feel micromanaged, not by everyone at least. That means I can use my skills and knowledge and push myself even in areas where I don't feel, where I feel unsure of myself. And that's talking to you, for example, today. Then no barriers in ideas. My team allows me to grow and show my potential, and I have the freedom to think outside the box. I do feel valued from my team and that my thoughts are considered. They cannot always be implemented, but they are considered and discussed within the team. I also feel free to move on and come back. So I have left without feeling guilty, and I did come back without feeling embarrassed or that I'm taking a step back. I have always felt welcome and to come back by the people working in this organization. I don't consider it a step back when you have the chance to see how other projects operate and decide to return because you appreciate the things we do right. Then it's professional pride. So we continuously improve things, how things are done. So yes, again, we use patterns to when we plan a job, but we do like to improve the way we do things by using different types of techniques. We also try to minimize the interface of people with machinery. That is a major concern in safety in the environment that we work. A few examples of that is the panel lifter and the sleeper laying machine that we use on single line jobs. And of course, the 3D grade controlled excavator that will allow us to improve efficiency when excavating formation. Jonathan Wright, our innovation and change manager, is continuously working to improve and bring new techniques to the project. So then, in addition to what we do on innovations around machinery and the ways we're working, we also innovate on the overnight delivery. So the overnight delivery has increased tremendously over the years, as you can see on the graph below. So during peak period, on drainage only, we have the ability to deliver approximately 30 meters an hour. Obviously, the graph slows down around 2018, 2019. That was the reason, that was because the project was changing. So T- processes, I call them safety net. So we love a review. We do internal reviews. We also do site reviews. And we evaluate risks, we try to minimize them or mitigate against them. We review the plan several times and to ensure that we are ready to succeed. And we say stick to the plan and we never deviate from it. And even if we do deviate, we need to change something on site, we have set up an escalation process for that too. To my opinion, all this preparation and the amount of times we look at a job, it is part of our success. Then Safety levels. So as you can see on the graph, the safety has improved and continues to improve the last years. Unfortunately, I was part of that graph in 2017, a traumatic experience that I wouldn't like to go through again. So, however, I need to say that my first aiders at the time were world-class people and they acted very fast. I think one of the reasons safety has improved is the fact that we make our people feel empowered to speak up when something is not right. World-class delivery. So recently a small team of us visited Paris. They had a very good time sightseeing, but they also went there to do some work. And during that visit, they discovered three main things. So first of all, we are more strict on our personal protective equipment. Then our safety culture is to eliminate risks, even if that makes, if it takes additional time for a task to be completed. And finally, we are more consistent on the assurance deliverables. So to close this section, I would like to remind you how it feels to be a part of something larger that makes a difference through a small video that I prepared with photos that some of you shared with me. And usually we only get to see the big impressive jobs. So this video has some of the smaller ones that are part of the success too. Video, please. Vid, I'm sorry, there's no music to the video. So I hope you all enjoyed that. The next reason why I enjoy working at ITT is variety. So it's a female-friendly environment. A couple of years back, and I moved to abroad. I was the only female, not just in engineering, but in the entire office. So I'm not sure what statistics say about the integrated track team in relation to women, but all I can see is that we have several women working in different departments. That's finance, access, engineering, senior team. That proves that this is a great environment for women to work and grow professionally. Even in Risley Depot, that is full of men, I have never felt uncomfortable being a female. Then it's multicultural environment, and I'm an example of that. So being from a different country, it makes it even more difficult to build relationships with people who are born here, and that is mostly because of the different way of upbringing. However, within our teams, people are welcoming, helpful, and respectful of my background. Then it's varied and flexible roster. So during weekends, we work on shift patterns, and during the week, we also do some night shifts. I enjoy that because it gives me flexibility and a better work and personal life balance. And finally, it's collaboration. We coordinate with various disciplines when we plan a job. That's power, signals, external suppliers, and so on. Every day is different, and I get to interact with such a varied group of people. And in majority, these people are also very willing to explain to me on what they do, which makes me learn even more outside my subject. And feed over to you for the quiz.
Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, as people have, well, first of all, I'd like to apologize for my hair. As Gary Allen rightly points out, it is a bit of a mess, but at least I have some hair, right, Gary? Yeah, so everyone's seemed to have enjoyed this Kahoot game. So we're going to play it again. Hopefully, yeah, keep the feedback coming in, and hopefully you guys keep enjoying these. So if you go on kahoot.it and type in 3267767, I'll give it a couple of minutes so everyone can join. Let me know if you could see my screen as well. Yeah, Rooney's there. There we go. 15 people already. Give it a little longer. Give it 10 more seconds. Okay, we'll crack on. So yeah, this is the Working at ITT knowledge sharing quiz. The first question, what is the oldest tube line on the London Underground? Is it the Northern, Central, Metropolitan, or the Bakerloo line? An old train for you to visualize. Yep, 13 of you got it right. Very good. See who's on the lead. Joe Keegan, by the looks of it. Well played. Question 2, what is the busiest station on the London Underground? Is it Waterloo, King's Cross, Leicester Square, or Queensbury? "24 answers in. 14 people go right. King's Cross, well played. Jimmy's taken a little lead now. Question 3, what year was the London Underground constructed? Bit of a tricky one this. 1867, 1852, 1843, or 1993, which makes it 26 years old. Go, a couple more. Oh, only 6 got that one right. 1843 is the right answer. And Gallup has gone into the lead. So 4th question, who constructed the London Underground? Was it Mark Brunel, John Smeaton, Thomas Telford, or Alan Muirwood? Eleven got it right. Mark Brunel, it was. Oh, Charmine's in the lead. Fair play. A bit of a train buff. How many people work at the ITT? This is a bit of a biased one. 132, 190, 59, or 252? 13 got that one right, 132. So in 3rd place, we have Aman. Well played, Aman. Glad to see you back. In 2nd, we have Track. Cool name. And in 1st place, we have Charmine. Well played. Yeah, we hope you guys keep enjoying these. We hope to keep doing them. Please give us your feedback on them as well. And I will pass it back to Amanda.
Thank you, Ed. So, the next reason why I enjoy working at ITT is the people, and it might sound a bit cheesy what I'm about to say, but we have some great people working here, people dedicated to the mission and with passion on what we do, people who are willing to teach as long as you're willing to learn, and people that dedicate the time to new engineers just to pass the knowledge to new generation and keep the project successful. Because the people of this because of the people in this project, we have so much success. So what we do, we look after each other. So unfortunately, we still have accidents happening, but we do our best to look after each other and make everyone feel safe in our work sites. So we adjust on different kinds of situations. For example, during this pandemic, we all adjusted with great speed and success. We're now all working from home, and we continue planning and reviewing jobs using the means we have. And not only that, but we found the opportunity to improve our paperwork and review our processes for when we are ready to restart. And we support each other. That's mentally. We want everyone to be well. We sympathize when someone from a team is going through a personal problem, and we mean it because we are like a family with arguments and happy moments, and we're determined. So we're always determined to deliver no matter what comes on our way, even when things do not go to plan. Especially on these times, we push even harder to deliver safely and on time. We take initiatives for others' well-being. So there are people who organize activities in the team, and they only do it for the teams without expecting anything or gaining anything from it. For example, Naomi does yoga classes every Monday, or Lauren is doing the exercises every Tuesday and Wednesday. And some of you may not know, I mean, I recently discovered that Martin Higgins arranges walks around London during lunchtime. So Martin appreciates the fact that we work in central London, and he takes advantage of that by exploring different areas around Buckingham Palace Road every time. So if you want to be part of that, you can just contact them.
Amanda,
So, yes.
Before we move on, there's a couple of questions that have come through from John. Amanda, why do you think we're a more inclusive place to work? Is it kind of like the culture, or from your experience, what makes it special?
I think because we're proud of what we do, we want to share our knowledge, irrelevant from where a person comes from. We like seeing people grow within our environment. I think
Yeah.
that's the main reason.
On the back of that as well, so obviously we're very good at that stuff. Zach's asking, what do you think we can do better?
Well, I do have a suggestion, but it's on the last slide.
Okay.
No, I can say it now. I don't know, but I think we should engage. We should engage more with people. I mean, the upper levels should engage more with people, but people, that's part of my suggestion as well. People, irrespectively of their achievements within the project, I think that will make even newer people feeling more valued and their voice to be heard, or their ideas.
Okay. Damien's also saying, on the back of Martin Higgins' walks, they have a historic theme. They usually look at famous people's houses and landmarks and such. So something to keep in mind.
Yep. Yes. So to close these sections about people and make you a little bit more to understand why I praise the integrated track team so much and its people, I have prepared a small video with photos that were taken during work and were socializing outside work. I want to thank the people who shared their photos with me in order to be able to put the video together, and also to apologize for the amount of times you will see my face in that video, or Ram's face, or Peter Matthews' face, and you can play the video with.
Renewals call on site. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
I hope you enjoyed that too. So on the next, I would like now to present you Katerina Itopoulou. So Katerina graduated her master's degree in the UK. She works for 2 years as a graduate structural engineer. And then she worked for another 2 years as a site engineer in utilities project. She joined the integrated track team in January 2020. She has been in my team for the last 3 months. And Katerina, over to you.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. From me, my name is Katerina Itopoulou, as Amanda mentioned. For all of you don't know me. I joined ITT in January 2020. I am very new, and currently I work at Core Team 2. Let's go now to the reason why I have chosen Balfour, Beatty, and ITT. So the reason is that the company support engineers and their personal development. You work in a diverse and friendly environment, promote innovation and new technologies, and they deliver fully engineered solutions with safety, which is very important. Especially now working in the track renewal program with London Underground, it's really essential the fact that you gain actual experience on site, but also you are involved in planning and in the preparation, which is the whole procedure of the delivery. And that was the most challenging part for me, something very new and attractive as well. My expectations, when I applied for this job, there were 4 core values, as you can see on my slide: integrity, teamwork, excellence, and respect. So what do you automatically think when someone says integrity? For me, was the support for someone who's doing the right thing. What about teamwork? When listen to each other and share knowledge. Excellence, constantly looking for innovative and creative solutions. And respect, when you appreciate the skills and the abilities of others. So based on these values, what I was expected to see was a good teamwork, and I mean an open and honest communication, support people when you want to take some risks and make changes, innovation, improvements in processes, a good quality management, which involves new ideas, changes, and that helps to solve the needs of the company. And the last one was challenge and collaborate. So as a rule, the construction industry is male dominated. So it does seem that the gender equality in the UK has come a long way over. However, it's still a long way to go. This is how I see. So what I was expected to see is a different culture in the working environment, and not only in the office, but mainly on site. So different behaviors compared to what you usually face in construction. You will be able to ask and answer questions and also rely to each other to find solutions. Next one, I haven't been on site so far, so these are some of the things that I'm expecting to learn during a weekend possession, just to develop my engineering skills. So as I am new on the railway, I aim to familiarize myself with the Trimble, GPS Trimble, setting up and connect to the dozer. Also, improve my skills on the 2D laser, carry out damping surveys, installing key tracks components as sleepers, rails, expansion suites, and any other site-related activity during a weekend possession. My actual work now, during the last 3 months that I am a part of core team 2, and some things that I have done so far, the first task that was allocated to me was for South Harrow job, PNC, to do the stressing diagrams for all the four pools. Next one was the full planning of week 10, South Woodford job. And currently I'm working on the planning of Finchley Central Platform 2. So for these 2 jobs, I completed the time chainage, the train metrics, and the staging diagram. Also all associated paperwork that are required. And I attend the T-12 meeting to present this plan to the senior management, of course, with my team. And the last thing that I completed now, actually during the lockdown, is a MAID handover of Billing Broadway. So a MAID populations of spreadsheet, ellipse data submission, and TRV statement of compliance. That's my experience so far in the integrated track team. And before I pass you back to Amanda, I have to say thanks to my team, every one of them, for the support and the chances they give to me to prove myself, especially to our senior engineer, Pradeep. You don't know about me, but when I started working in the ITT, I was in a different team. I wasn't at Pradeep's team, but he identified how I can be developed and what I can learn to improve myself, and that was amazing. So thank you all, and I'm looking forward for more challenges on site now. Amanda, back to you.
Thank you, Katerina. So now I would like to talk to you about some things that we are working in the future. So first of all, it's mental health. So a lot of work is happening on mental health the last 2 years, and with Mental Health Week coming up on the 18th of May, the Health and Safety team has planned a full week of activities around mental health, and we will get more information next week, I believe. I also want to remind you that we have several mental health first aiders in our project. Personally, I wouldn't mind sharing personal information with some of them. So if someone needs to have a chat, I'm sure they're all available, even the ones that are on furlough, because I think being a mental health first aider is all about helping people when they're most vulnerable. Then we're giving back to the community. So there are LU representatives from integrated track team and track TDU teams, in addition to Balfour Beatty, are part of the sustainability working group, and their main focus is the Passage. The Passage is a charity that helps homeless people get access to services like showers, clothes, or housing, employment, and many more. If you do want to be part of that group, you can contact our environmental advisor, Henry Fenn, who's very he's working on that group. So there are also, I don't know if many of you know, but a lot of our people in Ruislip and Buckingham Palace Road, they often fundraise money for different kind of causes and charity, and we all support and help that. So if someone of you is fundraising money for a cause, please send that to us, because we do want to help. Then we're taking steps to reduce our environmental impact. Some of these steps we're in early stages, but again, the environmental advisor, Henry Fenn, is trying to reduce our use in single-use plastic as well as recycling. So even these life water bottles that we use in the office, they make a massive difference to the environment. I know not all of you can see it, but there is a saying that we don't need a handful of people doing zero waste perfectly. We just need millions of people doing it imperfectly. So then we try to reduce the use of paper. So as you all know, we waste a lot of paper in reviews, in weekend possession, in track walks, inspection test plans. The list is endless. So our quality control manager, Megan, has introduced the use of iPads to eliminate the need of hard copies on site. The iPads are already used by lead engineers and site managers, and I must say that during because of this pandemic and the fact that we had to use technology more, now the iPads are being accelerated. They have accelerated the use of iPads to supervisors and also reviews with the senior team. Finally, it's our spoil management process. So any of you knows what happens with the spoil we generate? So there have been several discussions. It's very early stages, but there have been several discussions to start using trains for the spoil removal instead of lorries. Also to recycle and reuse the spoil. That will reduce our carbon footprint as a program a lot. To close, I would like for you to give me any suggestions on how we could improve our relationships and as a result the efficiency in which we work as a team, because I don't think improving our relationships never stops. So I have a suggestions which as I previously mentioned, I have suggestions. I think we should do a lunch for 6. That is, I mean, Alistair can take 6 people a month, 6 random people a month for lunch. So people more people ideas can be heard, and also people get to know him and understand the difficulties he's going through as well as part of the senior team. If you have any other suggestions, please feel free to tell us.
Amanda, there's a couple of things coming out. So invite senior managers more to the nights out that do happen, as well as the night team and Ruislip.
Yes, we can definitely do that. Invite the senior team and the night team, definitely, yes. Yeah, I think it's a little bit more tricky on the night team, but I think we can do something on the days. Yeah, I think, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like going out with them. Okay, any suggestions, any other suggestion?
Yeah, Damien said that when he worked night, they used to go to a meat market for an early hours drink and a catch up with the night management, which is something maybe we can implement again.
Yeah, as long as we, yeah. Thank you. Okay.
There's no more coming in officially through the chat, but I guess if you guys fill in the feedback survey as well, you can include that. Gary's actually said work closer and socialize more with our client to build that relationship up more.
Yes, that's important as well, of course, yes.
A really good one actually by Amand, develop a structured onboarding process for new starters to help them integrate a lot better.
Yes.
I think that's a really
that
key
is
one.
important. So thank you all for listening, and have a great bank holiday weekend.
Back to you, Domo.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda and Katerina. You can see from the photographs, we've certainly delivered some interesting projects over the years, and we've had some fun along the way. I think Daz Carrington and Pete Matthews will be after royalties from the socialising clip. I hope a few years down the line, maybe Katerina will be taking a long look and talking about her long and happy career within the ITT and the track programme. It seems she's made a very good first impression. I see Lee Hollett in the chat has been singing both the ladies' praises, and it looks like she's getting all the support from her team that we come to expect at ITT. So she did touch on her last slide there about mental health. I do think we're going to drive that home again. It's just under the current circumstances of the COVID-19 isolation. It's impacting people in different ways, and I know at the moment we're being encouraged to call any colleagues present or past that we think might be isolated alone. I think it's important to do so. She also touched on lean. So lean is going to be more important than ever post-COVID. And Amanda touched on it, and I know that waste reduction is something Amanda takes very, very personally. Presently, she's opening up a waste-free shop in High Barnet, and that's opening soon. So I would say the top tip there is to bring your own container, but I'm sure we'll see some advertising posters in BPR pretty soon, and I'm sure we'll all support her in that endeavour. Again, just to touch on the knowledge sharing, so it's a continuous improvement through feedback, so keep the feedback coming in, promoting best practice and promoting success at ITT through this, and we are capturing the unique, absolute unique expertise that we have at ITT. Thanks for everyone who's completed the questionnaire. It was sent out and it'll be sent out again, so please keep those coming in. All feedback, positive and negative, will be considered. To improve these sessions going forward. I know FID will have some feedback in the coming weeks for the questionnaire. So upcoming next week, we're looking forward to James Field next week, and he's going to do a presentation on progressive assurance and gaining stage gate 5, which maybe we weren't very good at with track partnership, so we're hoping to learn by our experience. James and Amanda, like me, have been here for quite a while, so we know the importance of the progressive assurance process, including the ITPs and the MAIDs. We all remember Matt Ennis going through in detail. James has joined the rail industry in April 2006. He's an incorporated member of the Chartered Institute of Building, and he's an active member and participant in the PWI. James joined Balfour Beatty via Burst Rail. He came into the Balfour Beatty family while working on Network Rail, and he joined track renewals on Balfour Beatty Rail in 2009. When he came in, he worked in the LU survey team and the project engineering ranks, and worked predominantly on deep tube P&C renewals, and was involved in Walthamstow, Liverpool Street, Paddington and Camden, and also works weekends on site on the BTRs and P&C sites. He became a senior engineer in Balfour Beatty in 2018, and he's an experienced POA engineer, and he's integral to our works, and he really loves trains. So a fun fact about James, also known as the POA professor or the nutty professor, he's a professional pyrotechnician in his spare time. So he likes blowing things up at the weekend, which is quite a contrast and a surprise if you've ever seen his WhatsApp profile picture. He once allegedly blew his father's wheelbarrow onto the garage roof. But we're looking forward to that next week with James. Seriously, thank you for all your continued support for these knowledge sharing sessions. I know I enjoy them, and it's good social activity at the end of the week. It's got lots of input from the delivery teams, both day and night staff, which is good. And I think it's good to touch base with everyone across ITT and TD on a weekly basis. So have a think, keep the suggestions coming in. And thank you, and slán for now. Goodbye. Good luck.